Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a Mod Podge of a haul. Is that what it's called? Or is it hodgepodge? I'm not even sure what it's called, but I have a couple things I wanted to share with you guys. One thing is a subscription service. One thing is something I ordered from Makeup Geek, and there are a couple things I ordered from Ulta recently. So I have just kind of like a hodgepodge or soup pot, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what you call it when you like mix things together. I'm just going to call it a hodgepodge. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. The first thing I want to talk about is the items I picked up from Makeup Geek. I will tell you guys I had a major issue with the item. One of the items I purchased from Makeup Geek, it seemed that they were having an issue shipping one palette. So every time I got the palette, one shadow came broke. It came broke I think 3 times. So eventually I was just like, look, just send me a single shadow, but they sent me the whole palette again and it came in one piece. So I did have one come in one piece, so that was very good at least. So the first thing is I'll show you the palette that came broken like many times. This is the Makeup Geek times Target eyeshadow palette. This was on sale on their website. I always shop the sale section first. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a bargain shopper. So if there's a sale section, I'm going to look for that and see what kind of goodies are in there first. I don't care that it's not current or that it's like late in season. I'm still going to get it because I'd rather save money than spend a bunch of money that's unnecessary, because their shadows, especially for like something like this, shadows are going to be good because it's not like they were sitting for a long period of time. Do you know what I'm saying? So if it's like a cream product, like a foundation or something that's going on sale and you know they've had it for a long time, I wouldn't recommend doing that. But like shadows, I have no issue with. So this one here has Shimma Shimma, Nostalgic, Wild West, and Cherry Cola in it. So those are the shades that are supposed to be in here. Shimma Shimma is the one that kept coming up broken. I don't know why, because it's a not really a matte. It's not a matte. It's not a shimmer shade. I guess it is because it's Shimma Shimma. It's just like to me, it's more like a satiny shade. I don't know what you call it. To be honest with you, I just know it's really pretty and I'm happy it finally came intact. So I am going to be playing with this palette very soon because these colors look perfect for fall in my opinion. I think it's going to be a great fall palette, and it's a small palette. Sometimes these smaller palettes are great because they're just so color confined. I feel like you have a certain color like block that you're working with, and they're great to work with like to create an eye look because it's very simple, easy. You don't have to search all over your palette trying to figure out what you're looking for. A very small palette does come in handy, especially if you're on the go and you're trying to get ready quickly. So I'm going to swatch all these for you. This one is Nostalgic. So Nostalgic is super soft and buttery. So there's Nostalgic. And then we have Cherry Cola. Cherry Cola is really pretty. It's like a chocolatey, almost like a chocolatey, I guess it's like Cherry Cola because like Cherry Cola has that kind of like a reddish tint to Cherry Cola. So it looks exactly like what it's called. Then we have Wild West here. Wild West is a little bit more stiff of a formula, but it's still really beautiful. So there are the 4 colors that are in this pan, and so of course you can see that they're going to create a beautiful eye look. So that's why I was hoping to get the palette intact, because I think it's going to be a beautiful palette for creating some really pretty easy eye looks with, and it'll be a great travel friendly palette. I think my friend Liv used to call them pocket palettes, and that's exactly what it is. It's like a palette that you can stick in your pocket and you can take it on the go. So it's a perfect pocket palette. Okay, the next thing I picked up from Makeup Geek is this palette right here. This is the Makeup Geek Peach Bellini palette. So this one here has a lot of peach tones, but it also has some chocolatey tones in here. So here's what the palette itself looks like. I love the colors. I don't know if these are named. Are they named? Yes, they are. So we have Peaches, we have Prosecco, we have Bellini, we have Nectar, we have Cheers, Juicy, Cocktail, and Venice. So all of these colors I think make a beautiful palette. Again, it's not an overly large palette, so it's easy to work with. I like smaller palettes like this. I've noticed I gravitate towards those versus like the ones that have like 32 shadows or something like that, because then I kind of get overwhelmed trying to figure out what to do with that palette. So I'm excited about that one as well. Then I picked up this one here. This is the Makeup Geek Champagne and Rosé. So this one has some more like rosy tones. So as you can tell, it's like the more like fallish. It kind of reminds me of the one I just showed you, the Target one. So it kind of is very similar to like the color scheme of that. So it's like the burgundies and the creams. So we have Sweet Cream, Champagne, Rosé, Wine Barrel, Bubbly, Berries, Sangria, and Merlot. So I'm going to swatch both of these for you. So let's start with this one right here. We have Sweet Cream. Let me take my watch off because it'll help with swatching, because it's hard to swatch beyond my watch. So Poet didn't know it. Swatch beyond my watch. I'm trying to like rhyme for you guys. All right, so let's start with the first row here. This is Sweet Cream. This is Champagne, Rosé, and Wine Barrel. Wine Barrel seems to be pretty stiff, so we'll see how it swatches. Okay, so there's the first 4. So as you can tell, this one right here has got a lot of chunkiness to it, but it could be because I might have gotten too much on my finger, so that might be the issue. I'll just blow it off and it'll be good to go. So the next one is Bubbly, Berries, Sangria, and Merlot. Again, this one here feels very stiff and hard. So I don't know, there was like a big old chunk too I just took off my finger. And then Merlot. Again, it seems like the matte ones are very hard, like stiff feeling. Alright, so there are the last 4 colors in that palette. So again, I think this is going to be a really pretty fall palette. They might be stiff, but goodness, they're very pigmented. They're not lacking pigmentation whatsoever. So that gives me promise at least to know that they're not going to be shadows that are just like hard panned and you're not going to get any pigmentation out of them. So that makes me happy. Alright, so there's the first one, and then we'll swatch this one right here, which was the Peach Bellini one. So we'll go with the same direction. We'll start at the top and work our way to the bottom. So we have Peaches, Prosecco, Bellini, and Nectar. Nectar is our matte one, but so is Bellini, but Nectar seems a lot more stiff than Bellini. So here are these colors, and a lot of kick up, especially this one right here, the more shimmery shade. So that one's got a lot of kick up to it as well. So I'm going to wipe my fingers off and we'll move on to the next row. Now we're on to Cheers, Juicy, Cocktail, and Venice. This one's very stiff. Juicy is extremely stiff. And so is Venice. Venice is almost like you could probably hear it. Do you hear how like hard it is in there? It's like very stiff the way that it's put into the pan. So there are those last 4 colors. So, but again, they're very pigmented, so I'm hoping that that's a good sign, that means that they're going to work really well for me. But we'll have to see once I try them out. You guys will probably see them in like a Get Ready With Me, or possibly just a favorites or fails or something like that. So you guys will have to let me know if you would like to see them in a Get Ready With Me, because I'm not sure that these are palettes that are like super popular or anything right now. They're not something that everybody's on the hunt for. So I'm not even sure how long they're going to have them on their site. So basically for me, what I would rather do is just tell you guys if they were fails or not. But if you would rather see it Get Ready With Me, let me know, because we can definitely do that. Then the other thing I picked up are 2 empty palettes. I remember when Marlena, I couldn't think of her name, Marlena was talking about her palettes that she had these left over from the Jaclyn Hill collection. So she had some empty ones, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to pick up 2 empty ones because I do have some Makeup Geek shadows that my friend had sent me a long time ago. So I wanted to put them into individual palettes. So I picked these up, and these are my own shadows that are put in here. So my friend Brittany sent me a bunch of Makeup Geek shadows. So here's what the colors look like. They're very pretty, the colors that I chose to put in here. These are not anything they put in, like I said, because these can be popped out. These are her empty pans. So I just thought this would be a great way for me to store all of my shadows, so that way there I would use them more, because I found when they're in a smaller pan, like I was saying, I use them more versus like a big old Z palette. So here's these colors as well. I don't know the names of them offhand, to be honest with you. I need to figure out a way to like title them somewhere. So you guys let me know if there's a good way that I can like put a, probably just like a little sticky note on the mirror or something. Probably that's what I'm going to end up doing. But here's the other one that I kind of created. So these were empty, so I filled them up with some shadows that my friend Brittany sent me those. So I think they're really cool though, because like I said, I think I'm going to use them more often now that they're in a smaller palette. The next thing I have to share with you guys is a subscription service. So this was like a subscription I did like a long time ago. And honestly, I'm not going to recommend that you guys get the subscription at all, because it took them forever to fulfill any obligations that they had to the subscription service. And they were always putting it off, and it was supposed to be that you signed up for the subscription and you were supposed to get the latest and greatest and everything like that that they were sending out. And I paid a good amount of money to get into this, so it wasn't like it was cheap. It was pretty expensive. So then they ended up sending you stuff out that they had out to the public for a long time, so you could have bought it way before they even sent it to you. So it was a very disappointing subscription service. This is the Saucebox subscription service, so just in case you were curious. Then to get the subscription, I was like confused because there's not all Saucebox Cosmetics in here. So I was like, what? So the first thing I found when I opened my bag is this right here. This is the VeraMona color switch. I don't have this one because this one does have the little white spot in the middle that can be wetted. So I'm excited to try this one out because I don't have this one. You guys know I do have my original color switch. This is actually the Sephora one, but nope, this is the VeraMona. Yep, this is the VeraMona. This is the Color Switch Solo. So this is the other one that she has. So I am excited to have it because I do use my Color Switch consistently. So it's not something that I don't ever use. I just was disappointed because it was supposed to be all Saucebox stuff. So here's what the Color Swatch looks like. And it does have the little lid that you can close it up with. So if you're traveling, it's nice and safe and secure. So you can clean your brushes in between like different colors. Then the next thing that's in here that's not Color Switch is, or not their brand as well, is a blender. And it's not any brand. There's no brand on it whatsoever. It's in this holographic packaging, but there's no brand to this. So there's a blender. I'll have to check it out and see if it's any good. But even if it is good, I won't know how to purchase it because there's nothing telling me who it is. So that's unfortunate. Then the last thing is 2 blushes from Saucebox. So I got 2 blushes from Saucebox. I have Marshmallow and Wild Rose. So they are in like cardboard packaging. And then here is Marshmallow. Marshmallow is like a peachy pink shade. It's really pretty. Just, I don't know, the packaging doesn't stay on very securely, so I would not travel with these because they would fall off and then you'd end up having broken blush all over your bag. Then the other one is Wild Rose, and Wild Rose is this one right here. It's got more of, this is more of a satin shade. So it's a really pretty color though. I do like both of the colors. I'm not upset about the colors. I just think their packaging could be better because like moving these around, the lid's starting to try to fall off on this one completely. So I would definitely not travel with these. These are not travel friendly. I was just very disappointed in that subscription service. I'm hoping that they're not like going to take more money and try to like resubscribe me because it was not so good. So I'm gonna have to make sure that I'm unsubscribed for that one for sure. So I do not recommend that subscription service, but I do recommend Saucebox products because they are really good. Just their subscription service is not good. It's the Then I picked up a couple things from Ulta, like I mentioned. So I picked up another Born This Way foundation. You guys know this is one of my holy grail foundations because it works so good for my skin. I find that it looks almost skin-like on my skin, and then yet it still has pretty good coverage. So I picked it up in the shade Light Beige. This is going to be my winter shade. So I'm got my backup already because they had a deal going on at Ulta where you had a $10 off coupon off of $35 purchase, I'm pretty sure it was. So I got this for $29 instead of $39, so that was a fantastic deal. And then because they had like another bonus to go with it, you got this for free to go along with it. So this is the foundation I purchased, but then this came for free with it. This is a full size as well. This is a 1.4 ounce container of the Hangover Good to Go Skin Protecting SPF 25 Moisturizer, something I haven't tried yet. So I was like, for free? Heck yeah, I'll take it. So here's what it looks like. It's just a tube. Kind of looks like the same one as our original Hangover RX, but this one has an SPF in it. It's got the, what is that called? Pump to it. It's got the pump to it so you can pump it out, but it does have SPF of 25. I'm going to have to check the date on here to make sure that I use this before it expires since it does have SPF in here. Unfortunately, I don't see a date on here. That's great. So I'll have to mark this as so when I open it, so, or when I purchased it. Anyway, there is one product I got for free, and then the purchased product. The next thing I picked up is something from Clinique. I've been wanting to try this, and since they had the coupons, I have an email and my husband has an email for Ulta, so there's a little trick for you guys. I have an email, my husband has an email, so he got the $10 off coupon as well, so I used his, and I got the Clinique Broad Spectrum SPF 30 sunscreen. This has UVA and UVB protection. So it's a Virtu oil body mist. I love body oils because they're so much better for me than like lotions and stuff, because I find that they really help my skin stay hydrated. My skin is very, very dry if you're not familiar. So it comes in a bottle like this. I was kind of hoping it would smell really good, but to be honest with you, it doesn't. It smells just like, I guess, sunscreen. I don't know. It just doesn't smell very good. So I am excited to use it though because I do love body oil. So I'm excited about trying it out to see if it works for my skin. And I like Clinique. I think Clinique is a really good skincare brand. So I'm excited to have that. The last thing I picked up is just a little tiny item to get to the, I think it had to be, maybe it was, I think it was 35. It was 35 because this was like $34. So to get to the $35 mark, I added this Kohl Kajal pen. This is the Essence Kajal pencil in white. So I've heard that using a white pencil in your lower lash line really helps to brighten your eyes. So I was hoping this one would be a good one. It's a very creamy actually. So that's nice. I'm excited because this was only like $1. So heck yeah, go Essence. So that is everything I wanted to share with you guys today, and kind of warn you to not get the Saucebox Cosmetics subscription service. If you have that one and you have issues with it as well, let me know if you've had major issues getting anything from them, because I know I've had issues the entire time. So I'd love to know that, but also let me know if you've scored any good deals lately, because I am a bargain shopper, like I said. So let me know if you found any good deals, or also if you know of any upcoming good deals going on. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.